Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd pause that. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Creativity and Inspiration. I'm Lisa, and if you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you found us. This is Art Wednesday. Well, it's actually our art vlog, and it's actually Tuesday. I always film a 2-day one for you guys. I don't even know if you like it, but I kind of like doing it, so we'll see. Maybe with the vlog we'll start getting out of here more, but this is kind of where I spend a lot of time, so. And I thought I'd just turn the camera on because I am packaging up some books for PR. Gonna send these out locally and see if I can get like an interview, because I really get in the door with the book and then talk about the art. We'll see. So question, by the time y'all see this though, they will already be gone. But should I include a postcard? These are available on my website, guys. I love these things. They're really nice. They're really pretty. They're not shiny. They're not, they're really. If you have somebody that loves mushrooms, or this one would be great for winter to invite people like to tea or drinks or something. Anyway, they're on my art website down below. But anyway, I'm gonna do these books. If y'all don't know, I self-published. It's not a book. It's like an art journal almost. It's called Creative Healing, Inspiring Prompts for Inspiring People. And it's just a book of prompts. And if you don't draw, you can write. So anyway, it's on Amazon. I'll link it down below. And then I have one for caregivers too. For the caregiver. And it's a journal. It's linked down below too. So I'm getting the PR books for these ready. And then I was thinking, I've got to work on getting traffic to my art website. Which means I have to do website programming. I hate website programming. But it's a necessary thing I need to do. So I'll probably do that after I get these. I made stew. We're going to have stew tonight. Oh, it smells so good. I'm excited. And my husband will be excited because I made a small portion. I am world famous for cooking for an army when there's 2 of us. So I did good today. Yeah, and we're not doing trick-or-treat because I forgot to get candy. Plus the dogs. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do trick-or-treaters. My babies get so, wound up with somebody at our door. And I would have to go sit outside, and it's just way too cold. My CRPS is not loving this cold weather. So, I didn't get any. I'll go buy some tomorrow on sale. But anyway, I'm gonna finish doing these PR books, I think. I just really want to sketch, though. Okay, sorry. I heard this noise. I had to go check it out. My husband has hiccups. That was funny. I really want a sketchbook, but I feel like I just should do my work. Do my work. Do you guys want to see my latest painting? It's the... Maybe I'll show it tomorrow. I'm kind of stuck. That's why I don't want to get it. It's over there and I'd have to climb over everything. I really want a sketchbook. It's so hard. Stay focused. And you know what I really want a sketchbook? And this is going to sound so bizarre. But I had a doctor's appointment this morning. Just a doctor I have to go to all the time for my CRPS. And a corgi got in the elevator. It was so cute. But now I have this urge to paint or sketch a corgi butt. I know, I'm a weirdo. I'll show you why. I can get to these. Before I started doing sketchbooks, I got these little 4x4 canvas that sit on the little stands. Anyway, So I was talking about corgi butt, right? How adorable is that? That's one I've done. And then this is the other one. So if you know anybody with a corgi or you like corgi butts, hit me up. I have 2 little 4x4s for sale. They can sit on one of those little stands. And then I have this really cute dog nose too. Isn't it cute? Anyway, that's what I was looking at. Because when I saw that corgi today, I thought of these that I had already painted. So, anyway, I guess I'll get back to my book promo packing. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Because we have a lot of cool stuff to do tomorrow. So, I'll see you later. And if I decide to draw in my sketchbook, I'll bring you back. Oh, I asked on my video, but if you're not in the paper part of my videos, Monday I asked, I want to start doing a sketch with me, maybe once a week on my website. I would put up the video, and then y'all could post in my Facebook group or on my art page on Facebook if y'all wanted to, what y'all sketch. You know, the sketch with me. So if you're interested, let me know, comment down below, because I think it would be fun. And if you want to know how to make a really good art journal from scratch, comment art journal down below. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Hey, guys. Okay, so it's Wednesday. This is Creativity and Inspiration. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you. I really appreciate all of you. And if you've been here a while, you know you have my heart too. Or my heart too. Not sure where it is. Anyway, thanks for being here. Today is the 2nd day of the vlog. I'm not very good at that. I'm trying, I promise. I think I say that every time too. Sorry. So today we're going to do some simple figures. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for painting figures. And it doesn't have to be hard. And I'm going to throw in some mixed media with that. And these can be used on canvas, paper, sketchbooks. You can use them on journals if you want, planners. You can use them anywhere you want. You can even make your own paper dolls, which I think is pretty awesome. My little dog's down there and he was making some noises, so I was checking on him. Henry, come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. This is Henry, and he's a little dog, but he's my big little dog. You want to say hi? He got his jammies on because it's cold. He's been sick. He has allergies really, really bad, but he's doing better now. But he doesn't like being held either, so I'm going to put him down. Oh, hold on, you're caught in my shirt. There you go, buddy. But he's had really bad allergies. He has like skin allergies. His eyes turn red and get goopy. So poor baby. But thankfully it's starting to get cold. So I'm hoping that dials it back a little bit. And I'll show you Sam. Come here, baby. And this is Samuel. Say hi, Sam. Say hi. This is my baby. This is my little love bug. This is my little love bug. Hey, Sam. Want to say hi? Oh, he wants to give Mama kisses. Say hi, Sammy. Say hi. Look at the camera. Okay, he says hi, guys. He's got his little jammies on, too. He really gets cold. He wears his jammies more than Henry wears his. Anyway, these are my babies. These are my heart. Oh. Oh, there you go, buddy. Sorry. Had to take a dog break. Makes you feel better, right? Or if you're a cat person, a cat break. I don't have a cat, but my son and his wife do. And then I think my daughter and her husband are going to get a dog. But I'm not 100% sure. So today we're going to paint some figures. We're also going to talk about some I don't know. I don't know what all we're doing today. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I'm going to show you how to do the figures. And we're going to throw in some mixed media with our figures and whatever else we end up doing. I have no idea. Plus, I need to go run some errands. I need to go to the thrift store. I have my book promo letters, my book promo packages I need to send out. So I'm going to do that. And so I might bring y'all for some of that because I think you definitely could go to the thrift store. I need to get some still life. I need some pottery to go with my beautiful platter that we painted. And here's my favorite one, the watercolor. Yeah, I love that. So, I don't know. There's no telling what all we're going to do. To be honest, there's no telling. Anywho, let's do something, right? So, I think I'll use my big sketchbook because I want to make these figures pretty big so you guys can really see them. If you know, of course, you can size them appropriately for whatever size painting or sketchbook you're going to put them in. So let's do that. Oh, I wanted to talk about paints. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. Now, I use these paints, and these are crafting paints. So I don't want to say not a lot of artists, but probably a lot of artists don't use these. A lot of artists use different brands. They each have whatever they paint with, oils, acrylics, watercolor. They have their favorite brands. Somebody messaged me and said, oh, you're supposed to be using expensive paint. You can't be using craft paint to paint canvases, and hang in galleries. That's like, no. And I wanted to address that. I'm not upset by it at all because it wasn't meant to be nasty. But it's the image that's given off that if you're in a gallery, then you might have used the best paints. And that's not true. A lot of artists use what they can afford. And it's not the paint itself, it's what you do with it. It's like, do you get the movement? Do you get the texture? Do you, have the values right? That's what's important. So I did want to address that and answer that for the person that said that. Also today I wanted to talk about maybe some art terms that you're hearing me say or other artists in other videos say that maybe you don't know what they mean and you would like to. So we'll talk about that as we go too. I need to make a list of those because I don't want to forget any. And it's going to be like the most common ones. And that way when somebody else says them, you'll know and you can look at the painting and go, oh yeah, I see that. Or you can go, well, I don't notice it. So, maybe it's not as big a deal as they think. So let me write those down real quick because I don't want to forget any. And then we'll get started with our figures, which are super simple, but they're super fun and really cute. And we'll talk about all these art terms. Plus, like I said, we may go through it. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, guys, I have you in a different angle. We're going to see how this goes. I was going to show you what we have. We have the big sketchbook, but what I'm doing is only using one page. So I'm using, like if you're flipping it normal, this is the next blank page. I have it turned on its side because I'm going to make them landscape. Then I have some scrapbook paper. It's real colorful, pretty. I'm going to use this as part of the mixed media part. You could do this all with paint. You could do it with watercolor pencils and paint. You could do it with oil pastels and paint. Whatever you want to do, you could do it with watercolors. Make it your own. I'm going to kind of mix all this up and show you some different ways to create these super easy figures. For colors, I have pink, a lime green, a yellow, a bright blue, and then my neutrals are like a cream, a brown, and a black. And I have white too, right here. It's almost empty, but it's there. Now I'm going to move these out of the way. And as far as paintbrushes, I went this size. I didn't want to get anything too small because I don't want to do a lot of detailed work. I just want to keep it very loose. These are all for the body, the dresses. And then this one by itself will be the hair. That's the only small one that I brought in. Because if I bring in small brushes, I may end up doing a lot of detail work that I don't want to do. So you can sketch these out if you want, but they're really, really simple because they're not detailed, okay? I'm gonna start with this brush right here. It's a fairly, it's what I consider a big small brush for this size of brushes. And I'm gonna start with my favorite kiwi, which is this bright green. And as usual, I'm just shaking it up and I'm using the lid as my palette. You can use a palette, whatever floats your boat. And to make these super, super simple figures, all you do is you make, I don't know what it's called, a trapezoid maybe? It's small at the top and you're going to widen out to the bottom. So it's going to look, I want to leave enough room for her head, arms. So it's going to look something like this. Kind of like a test tube. So let me get it all painted in so it can be drying. Not a test tube, a beaker. You're good. Is it a beaker? I don't know. Hold on, I'll show you. But this is a great shape for a beginning figure. I really need to gesso some of these pages because gessoed pages don't soak up paint like paper pages with no gesso. Alright, so there is our first body. Hold on, I'm going to hold it up for you. And that's it. That is your first body. That simple. And do you see it looks like a beaker? Now, to keep going with this, let me see if I can get this camera. Okay, there you go. So there's our body. Now, for the head, arms, and legs. Okay, hands, arms, they're all hard in the beginning. So I'm going to show you a simple way to do all of that, and then we'll finish the neck off in just a minute. For the legs, just come straight down and make them about 1/4 of an inch thick if you want. Yes, it's stick legs. That's fine, guys. Remember, these are beginning. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to take these simple steps to the next level. But let's get the beginning down first. Now, I'm not going exactly where I ended on the green. I'm going to go up just a little bit from that. And that's the neck. And then the head is an oval. Okay, so we're just using simple shapes to create our people. In the arms, you're going to do 1/4 of an inch and you're making like a V. And then I'll show you a trick with this, okay? And my arms are never the same, and it's fine. Beginning figures don't have to be perfect. Neither do advanced figures. Keep that in mind. Okay, now that we have our neck and our arms in place, the legs are good. We're going to just let those dry and not mess with anything till they're dry. But because I drew the neck up a little bit, what I'm going to do is come in and bring my dress neck up to my neck. Like that. And then I'm going to bring some sleeves. She could have sleeveless on if you wanted sleeveless. That's fine. I just want some little sleeves. Then all we have left is some hair, so you can put whatever color hair on her. We're not going to worry about a face. We're not going to worry about any anything else. So let's see here. Hair. I'm gonna do black hair, and you can make it long, short, however you want. And the easiest thing to do with hair, and I'm gonna show you this trick too, is to do a down and up. That simple. Down and up, and you can make a down and up as long or as short as you want. It looks kind of like olive oil, but that's okay. And you can make these tips yours, of course, as usual. And this is your simple figure. We're using shapes that you are very familiar with, that you've seen at some point in your life, okay? While we're letting her dry, we're going to go to our next girl. And you can do the same thing again if you want another girl. Just repeat. But I'm going to show you how to do a simple boy. So we're going to make So while she's drying, we're going to make one more girl for us. Okay, while our basic, simple beginner girl, while our simple figure is drawing, I'm going to go right next door to her and show you how to add a little more detail, a step above her, okay? So same thing, just pick a dress color, because we're going to stick with dresses right now. And I'm going to go to pink, because pink and green look good together, and we're going to pretend like they're friends. Now, if you want to add a little more and make her not quite so, like, you know, give her a little more interest and make her maybe a little step above this, I'm going to show you how. With this one, we're going to we're going to start flat, and we're going to kind of roll down, and we're making our sleeve, so we're coming back. We're going to go up. It's kind of like a L on its side, and then we're going to make like a small V, and then a little hump to the side, and then straight down. And this just gives you a little shape, and I'll show you again. And then for the center, you're going to make like a little U, and then the L, and then curve down, but you don't want it so, oh, that's okay. And then curve down and go in, make your little L part, make your V, make your curve, and straight down. And let's paint it, and we'll see what a sideways L with a little U connecting them in the middle looks like. And then a little curve on each side, or a little C on each side. And I'll show you these in a minute. Hold on. And if you don't get a lot of separation on the second one, that's fine. I messed mine up, so it's perfectly normal. I mean, it's perfectly normal not to get on the same every time. That's what makes them loose. They're not perfect, and each one may be a little different. And I'm going to use my pen to kind of show you the shape here. So this is the L right here, and it comes up, and then you do a little V right there, and you come down, and you make a little C, and then straight down. Then you put a U in the center, and then you make your L again. Then you come up kind of sideways, you make your V, you do your opposite C, and down. And see, you have a little more shape to this one than you did here. And then you add the head and the arms and the neck the same way. Just straight lines. In the arms, again, you're bending so it looks like they're either behind her or in her pockets. Now, if you wish to make the hands and you've never painted hands before, make mitten hands. And I'm going to show you on my pink dress what I mean when I say mitten hands. Okay, look at this. And we're going to do, I'm going to show you this one this time with brown. The neck and the head are the same. We're going to come in and we're going to do a little neck coming out of the U. And then an oval. Then the arms, we're going to come out in a V and then in a V. If you want to do that style, if you want to do a hand, do a thumb out to the side and then just around center. And again, it can hang down straight and just do a round end. You don't even have to put the thumb if you want. Just do a round end at the bottom of it. So it kind of looks like a snake with a head, and then the legs are the same. And these are two ways to create simple figures. These would make, cute paper dolls. You could put them in paintings. You can do these way small and make a crowd. Oh, let's put hair. I forgot hair. Hold on. You want really long hair. You just bring it down. You don't have to put the curl. You can just bring the hair, down onto the dress or the shirt of your choosing. Doesn't matter. And it looks great. A lot of straight lines, a lot of curves, a lot of letters is how you make beginning figures. And there is your second simple figure to make. And the hands, if you can see, are just like mitten hands, what I call them. Okay, so once you get to this in your paint stride, if you didn't want to do paint legs, that's where your paper comes in, or your watercolor pencils, whatever you want to do. Let me get a paper that goes with that green dress. So I've got a paper, and I'm just going to cut some legs out. I always get them too long. And again, I'm just cutting straight pieces of paper because that's what I painted. So that's what her clothes can be. So if you can see, just 2 pieces of paper. And you could create a mixed media piece with this. And that could be her legs, like she has leggings on underneath. So we could attach those. But I need to trim them up a bit. Hold on. And then just glue them down, tape them down, whatever you have. And if you're gonna cut them out, if you're making paper dolls or something, I would definitely paint the legs and use that as the base to cut out. That way you have more support. If you're gonna, especially if you're gonna make like little clothes, Because you could make little leggings like these, only put little tabs and fold them around the legs. Just saying. I don't know if I made them too long or not, but there we go. So then you could do something like that with mixed media. Looks pretty cute. Or for our lady right here in our beautiful pink dress, instead of using paper, we come in with our oils or our watercolor pencils, and we can make her a bag. What color bag would you guys use with with a pink dress? I would probably use a blue one. I know, crazy, right? have a very my own style. A lot of people don't like it, but that's okay. So I'm going to make her a bag. So mixed media doesn't have to be paper. It can be anything, because mixing media is just that. You're mixing two different kinds of paint. You're mixing paint with watercolors. You're mixing paint with watercolor pencils. You're mixing paint with, oil pastels. It's just mixing two different mediums. Okay, we've got her on. We've got our purse. Now, what do we do with these feet? I'm going to show you how to make some really cute boots with an oil pastel. And again, we're making an L. And you're going to make them up her leg some. And then you're just going to make the L. And yes, her feet are going to be facing different directions. But, this is beginner level, so... Or you could do them not facing different directions. But you'll get the idea. And then just using, like I said, letters and shapes, you make some really cute figures. And these would look great in any art piece or any, if you want to cut them out, make paper dolls, whatever. Adding accessories like leggings, maybe, you could add some jewelry if you wanted to. You could add a hat. Even though they don't have faces, it really makes them kind of come alive and pop. And again, these are very simple to do. Do you have to do dresses? No. Let me show you the last one. And we're going to do pants and a top. Let's do like a pair of leather pants with a red top. Oops. And I'm going to use oil pastels this time. Use something different. And then we'll go with shoes in a minute and all the goodies. So for the pants, you just start at the waist. So you're going to make a line like a horizon. Bring it down on each side. And then come in just a little bit. Go up almost about, leave about an inch between the horizon line, which is your waistband. And then you're making another big V, okay? And you're going to bring it down and across, just like that. And there's your pair of pants. Now for the shirt, you're going to start at the waistband. And you're going to come up, point kind of out and down, across, up, come over, make a U, then over, out, across, V, down. And there's your shirt. And then you can decorate, color it, however you want to, the same way. And you may think these are hard. They're really not. They're very simple shapes, especially when you start to think of everything like a shape or an animal's mouth. And I say that because the pants, if you look at them on the side, they look like a crocodile mouth, right? Because here's the mouth right here and the teeth. Okay, so this is the mouth, and then the shirt is simply our L again. It's across, down, across, little V, U in the middle, and then across, down for the L, across, little V, and down. So think of it in terms of letters and shapes that you know, and drawing beginning figures is really easy. Here again, you would add the neck and the oval head, just like we did before. The legs, again, would come out straight. The arms, now you know two ways. You can do the hook or the V for the arm, or you can do straight down with that little small oval on the end. Either way, you'll have a great looking figure. The hair can be straight and long, or it can be short and you could put a flip in it. Whatever you want to do. These are yours, just use your imagination. But this is how you create beginning figures. Okay guys, I thought we could also sketch a little bit in a smaller sketchbook if you want to. We can chat some more. How cute, little dog. And I thought we could do a quick landscape if figures are not your thing or you're not interested in doing figures. And let's see, I'm going to use some green. Alright guys, so we're just going to do a really quick, simple little sketch, and we're going to use our acrylic paints and our watercolor pencils. And this is going to be super quick, and just to show you how you can kind of create a really quick landscape sketch. And that everything doesn't have to look a certain way. That trees don't have to look a certain way. That they can look multiple ways. And that not every part of a tree has to be paint. You can make, like we did with our figures. She was part paper, she was part, map colors or pastels, whatever. And things don't have to be realistic looking. Just remember that. Because sometimes people get so caught up in that, oh, my trees don't look like trees, Well, it doesn't matter. Everybody has different styles, so everybody's, trees or cats or dogs or, people are going to look different. And if you're doing beginning stuff, especially don't worry about it, because you're learning, you're working at it. Oh, Sam is back there snoring. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he is back there snoring away, which is hilarious. You don't have to make everything solid if you don't want to. You can have, white showing through. Just remember, everything you create, you're creating. There's no rules. Create it how you see it. That's what artists do. Professional artists, they create what they see in their mind's eye. Alright, now I'm going to switch over to my watercolor pencils. And remember to give perspective, like to make something look smaller or larger than it is, just adjust the size a little bit, and that'll give the illusion of something off in the distance or something up close. And you can mix watercolor with, you can mix paint with colored pencils. You can mix. But that doesn't match. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. Remember, sketchbook is the place where, especially if you're looking at color combinations, the sketchbook place is the perfect place to do it, because if they don't work out, it's fine. And all I'm going to do is come in here with my paint and kind of go over it. Bring my horizon down to match my ground. Because believe me, everybody who, every artist messes up. They may not always admit it. They may be like, no, I'm perfect. Believe me, even artists like Pablo Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, Dali, Monet, they all messed up. David Hockney, Judy Chicago, they all messed up. So if you mess up, it's not the end of the world. You're actually in really good company. Really good company. So don't stress about it. And, I put the grass down. Now I'm going to come back in with my dark green. I'm using 3 different greens to kind of differentiate between trees, bushes, and grass. That, you can add flowers if you want. Remember, whatever you see in your head is right, because it's your creation, it's your picture, and you're seeing it. And if somebody goes, oh, why didn't you do this or that? We'll say, well, if you paint yours, you can do it that way. This is mine. This is how I saw it. And if you press hard or soft on something, gives you a different value for that. And value is just the lightness or the darkness of a color. So the green I just had, well, let's do it with the orange. So the value of this orange, I'm going to show you what value is. Okay. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color. Okay, here is the value of orange. What is the value of this orange? It's light. What is the value of this orange? It's dark. How did I get that? Well, with something like oil pastels or watercolor pencils, you get it by how hard you press down. With paint, you get it with either how dark or light you make it mixing it, or the color that you actually use. Some other words you might hear are tangent. What is tangent when an artist says it? And tangent is when 2 things are touching in a painting or drawing. Okay, they're intersecting like this, and it's jarring. They're not supposed to be touching. Like if you had a lemon touching the edge of your table, okay, the tip of your lemon's touching the edge of your table. That's jarring because that would not normally happen. So tangent is when you see a spatial ambiguity. It's when something is touching something that they don't normally touch, or it's throwing the whole painting off. And last term is composition. And what is a composition? And I'm about to tell you. And composition is all the parts of a picture that go together. So this is my composition. It's trees, flowers, and bushes. It's the items or elements of a picture. In our big sketchbook, our figures, our composition was our figures and like the leggings or the purse or the shoes. It's the elements that make up a whole picture. It's the individual elements that make up the whole. So guys, I hope you like this beginning figure drawing. It's how, it's how I started out with using shapes that I knew to create figures. And then I have graduated. I don't think I have any. Well, I showed you my fun YouTube beauty YouTuber painting. And I can show you that one again. And this is like a caricature, but you still get, you know, there's a little more to it than an L for an arm and whatnot. But that's how I started out, using shapes and I think it's a trapezoid, but I'm not sure. But it also looks like a beaker. So using the beaker for the dress, or using the beaker for the dress, and then making the neck and the arms and shoulders using your L's. It just makes sense. It's easy when you can break it down into shapes and letters that you know and understand, because then it makes creating the whole a lot easier. And from this, then you start adding more curves in. You start, okay, I don't want the L to be so blocky. I'm going to start softening it. I'm going to start rounding. And before you know it, you're creating figures that actually almost look like people. The hardest thing still is hands. And, you know, hands are, if you want to tackle them, by all means tackle them. If you don't. It's a personal preference. I do hands. I'm working on my hands constantly. Same with feet. Shoes, I have got down. You learn not to point them going out like this or in like this. You can make shoes to go forward, but you wouldn't see so much shoe. You would just see a tip of a shoe. You would just include like a peep toe or the end of your sneaker, not the whole shoe. But in the beginning, when you're trying to create figures, you don't have the structure to hide the rest of the shoe. So you end up with shoes that look weird. But that's okay. It's okay. So guys, I hope you liked this video and our beginning figures and kind of learning some art terms that maybe you've heard in other videos as well. I hope it helps to see that somebody that, you know, arts, that's considered a professional artist, messes up all the time. And it's normal. Don't let messing up, you know, throw you off. And please don't let anybody's opinions throw you off, because you know what your vision is. You know what you're trying to create. And at the end, when it's done, if somebody says, looks like a 5-year-old did it, don't worry about it, because in the end, if the image on your canvas, your paper, wherever in your sketchbook is what you saw in your head, then you should be thrilled. You've created art and you should be proud of it. Don't let people that can't see images in their head or can't see your images distract you or put you down or take you off your path if art is your path. Just like if you write and you've written a story and somebody says it's dumb, or you've submitted screenplay after screenplay or play after play and nobody will do them, that doesn't mean they're bad. That just means your vision for the story that just means the vision for the story you told is not matching up yet. Because there is somebody else out there that has the vision of the story you told the same way, or very similar. And when they see yours, they're going to be like, that's the one I've been wanting to put on. Not exactly in that form, but hey, I love this form. And they'll do it. So please, if you're creative, do not be hard on yourself. And if you know someone that's creative, never, ever say anything mean, rude, or judgmental, because you obviously don't know anything about what they're trying to create. Guys, again, thank you for being here. Everybody knew you're loved. Thank you. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. Please, it's November and we still got a few hundred plus to go. So please, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. And if you have, again, thank you. Also, guys, beautiful postcards. This would look great for, like, say, dropping in the mail and saying, hey, come to my house for. Or, you know, dropping in an envelope and saying, hey, party. Okay, this one too. This is great if you love mushrooms. You know, these are great to have all year. You can write little notes to friends. I mean, how fun is it to get a real postcard in the mail? Also have stickers. Guys, these stickers are super cute. It's Freaked Out Freddy. He is my anxiety frog. That's how I feel sometimes. I love him. So if you know somebody with anxiety that gets freaked out, Freak Out Freddy is probably for them. And Fear Me Out, come on. Cats are not just for Halloween. So they're all on my website. Check it out. I'm trying to get it all better. I have a lot more art, by the way, than what's on my website. But somebody told me, because I am submitting my art constantly, not to put every piece I've ever done on my website, to put current work or what's in theme with what I'm currently working on. So that's what's up there. So if you would like to see more of my work, I'll do like a little art tour next time if you want. Just comment down below art tour and I will kind of show you some of the pieces I've done. Bye.